What's up, fuckers, and welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K22 Next Gen. Today, we're going to be using the Milwaukee Bucks. We're going to be diving into an offseason rebuild with them. This is not necessarily a team that needs an offseason rebuild. This was just a team that I got a decent amount of requests to use. We are slowly emerging back into pretty much daily uploads here on the channel. And of course, I'd love to have your guys' video ideas down below in the comment section. So, if you guys want me to do your favorite team next, make sure to let me know down below in the comment section. But today, Milwaukee Bucks. So as I mentioned, this is not a team that needs a rebuild. In my opinion, they have the best player on the planet in Giannis Antetokounmpo. They are 1 year fresh off of a championship. Obviously, they lost to the Celtics in the Eastern Conference semifinals this year. They didn't have Chris Middleton the entire series. I'm a diehard Celtics fan, and I know he would have probably potentially changed the outcome of the series. So maybe the Celtics got a little lucky, but nonetheless, the Bucks are a top 2-3 team in the Eastern Conference. No doubt. They have the best player on the planet, man. This should be a pretty fun one today. Along with the offseason rebuilds, I want to hear from you guys down below in the comment section on what are some other rebuilds you want to see. I can do, I guess, prospect rebuilds with the potential top draft picks of the upcoming draft. I can do free agency rumor rebuilds. Really, whatever you guys want, I want to hear it down below in the comment section. I'm excited to be back. Hopefully, you guys are excited that I am back as well. Of course, if you're new around here, man, want to join the community, hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you here in the community. We love growing the audience, and I love having you guys. So, without further ado, man, the Milwaukee Bucks, yearly, just a year way off of a championship, man. This team's 100% a contender. Let's go get them another one. So, as I mentioned in my video yesterday, I'm still kind of getting back into the swing of things as it does come to YouTube and creating content. So, if my commentary seems a bit off or I stutter over my words or misspeak, hang in there with me. I'm trying to get back into the full norm of actually just talking to a camera. Still a very weird feeling for me. But nonetheless, man, we got a 3-year Milwaukee Bucks rebuild. It's going to be 3 off seasons, 3 regular seasons, basically always the way these do go. Bucks have the 24th overall pick in the 2022 NBA draft. So we're not getting a high prospect by any means. Maybe somebody that can contribute to the bench, of course, depending who is there at 24 for us. So we'll head into staff signing. I do not think Mike Budenholzer is a very good coach. He is, again, as I mentioned, with the rest of this team, pretty much freshly off a championship at this point in time. So we're not going to go ahead and fire him. Also, I'll put it out there, I said in my video the other day, if anybody has a really good shared file that is updated pretty much with the draft lottery and everything up to the 2022 offseason, please share it with me on PS5 because I need one. I hate not having everything the right way. I mean, I'll probably just end up doing it myself if it really comes to it, but I'd rather have somebody do it for me because I don't really love spending that much time, but who knows, man? I'll probably end up doing it myself. So, 24th overall pick. When I looked it up online, it said they didn't have a second-round pick. Even if I did have one, it really wouldn't have been, of any sort of value towards me. We kind of want to go over this roster right now. Giannis, in my opinion, is the best player on the planet. I think a lot of people share that opinion of mine. Some people might not, and that is fine. It's just my opinion. He's not going anywhere. Drew Holiday is somebody I love. I think he can be very good for this team. Unfortunately, he's occasionally one of those guys that does start to regress. But we're not going to break up this big 3 right here of Giannis, Holiday, and Middleton for at least the first season. We're going to see how things go, and we're going to go from there. So, these 3 are 100% staying. I like Brook Lopez a lot, unfortunately, on entering the final year of his deal. Really good spatial center, if you will, can kind of stretch the floor a little bit. Next to a guy like Giannis, who's not always the best three-point shooter. No matter what, if I trade Brook Lopez, if I don't, I'm going to go ahead and get a center that can shoot the basketball. It's really the only way it makes sense. I hate Grayson Allen with a burning passion, but he can shoot the basketball. George Hill is probably gone. The rest of our guys are pretty much free agents. So 24th pick, we're going to go ahead and draft somebody. Let's see who is available on the board for us at pick number 24. Of course, it's not going to be anybody that's going to immediately hop into our starting 5 or anything like that. Let's see the top 3 is AJ Griffin, Chet Holmgren, Jabari Smith Jr. Again, I know I apologize about the order of this. It's just something that I don't have set yet. So let's see. Patrick Baldwin Jr. is here. I wouldn't mind that. That's not a bad option right there. It's really not. He's actually probably the highest rated prospect on the board. He's also one of the only ones, again, I didn't dive in to this draft too much as I have maybe in years past. Kenny Chandler, UNC. Oh, he's Tennessee. I'm all over the place. As much as I have in years past, so I don't know a ton of players, but I've heard of Patrick Baldwin Jr., so yeah, we're going to go ahead and draft him. Welcome to Milwaukee. Again, probably not going to be the highest overall. He's actually a 74. Actually not bad value for pick number 24 overall in the NBA draft. 74 overall is beautiful with me. So Bobby Portis declines. He's a good piece on this team. He's an 82 overall. I would not mind bringing him back. Same goes with Pat Connaughton. And then Giannis' brother, Thanasis or Thanasis, however the hell you pronounce it. If this was not 2K and this was real life, I would pay this man money to bring him back just so I can please Giannis. Unfortunately, this Oh, wait, he accepted. I'm all over the fucking place right now. Welcome back, Giannis' brother. That's what I'm calling you. Jordan Nwora, probably not at that 73 overall. He's still going to get his qualifying offer because, look, it has under status, not offered. He's still going to offer it to him because 2K is broken and nobody cares about it. But we'll head into a free agency where I would like to bring back Bobby Portis Jr. can shoot the three, I guess a decent amount of. What are his stats overall wise? Like, what is his 3-point percentage? He was 47% in 2020, 2021. Took a little bit of a dip in 21, 22. I mean, that is a simulated 2K season given, but I did not know he was that good of a 3-point shooter. Man, I'll be. I definitely like to bring him back. He wants around 16, 17 million bucks a year. I'll give him it for now. Not 100% on that. If I re-sign Serge Ibaka, he's definitely going to be traded. And then I don't mind having Pat Connaughton here. I'll give him around 10 mil a year. Just because, again, we're in a position with a championship contending team that kind of letting guys go for nothing is kind of not the smartest move in the world. You know, better to have the guys and have the assets than just let them go. So all three of those guys accept their contracts. Some, you know, I think that deal for Portis is a little bit big. I believe, if I remember correctly, he took a 1-year deal last offseason, a little bit of a cheaper price, so he could stay with Milwaukee and potentially compete for that championship once again. But yeah, I'm assuming he's probably going to get paid a decent amount this offseason in real life. So my focus right now is figuring out my new backup point guard. It's not going to be 36-year-old George Hill. I'm not 100% confident in Grayson Allen starting at the shooting guard spot. What I'm probably going to do is move Pat Connaughton down to shooting guard. He goes down to his 78. I actually like him there a little bit more. He's a very good 3-point shooter, and I'd like to hopefully have him maybe starting, and we can kind of figure that out. It's ultimately going to be him or Grayson for year number 1 anyways. It's probably going to be Pat Connaughton, but I don't think either of these two guys are long-term answers. So we're going to probably roll with them for year number 1. Patrick Baldwin Jr. looks like he's going to be getting some minutes behind Chris Middleton. Giannis is not going to have a backup. And then we do have a little bit of a logjam at the center spot. What I'm probably going to do, this is not a realistic rebuild, is probably go ahead and do a sign and trade with Serge Ibaka and George Hill and find a new backup point guard. So that'll probably be our one major trade of the offseason, if you will. We're going to go ahead and look for that right now. I'm definitely getting a little bit younger, potentially, at that backup point guard spot. I have no idea on planet Earth why the Denver Nuggets want to give me Monte Morris for Serge Ibaka and George Hill without me having to give up a single first-round pick or second-round pick or any sort of pick. But they want to. So Monte Morris is going to come in here, most likely going to be my new sixth man, and he's going to be my backup point guard and hopefully facilitate that bench unit pretty well. That's a home run trade for me. It really doesn't get much better than that. He's an 80 overall and pretty much very good at what he does. So the one position I'm a little nervous about is that shooting guard spot. Again, I like having the shooting on the court. Obviously, you want a guy at shooting guard no matter what that can typically shoot, but especially with a guy like Giannis, who's your star player, who really is not the best shooter in the world. He's definitely gotten better, but it's still definitely probably his biggest weakness, if you will. And then I'm interested to see what I'm going to do with this backup center spot. I like Bobby Portis starting for at least a year, but I just think Brook Lopez is not going to be re-signed, and I think I can maybe get a little bit of value elsewhere on an expiring contract. So we can look at this together. Ultimately, if I really can't find a trade that I love too much, I'll keep him just for his shooting ability. And overall wise, I think he's a very good center, or a good backup center at least. But we'll look at some options. What the hell? I would do this, but just like it makes no sense, like hypothetically speaking, like I would never in a million years put Clint Capella next to Giannis. I just couldn't fathom that idea. Rashawn Holmes can't shoot. Yeah, no, he can't shoot. Okay. I know it's not like easy to go find it. Ooh, Kelly Olynyk. He's also on a 1-year deal though. Do I want to just get like a little bit younger at a second round pick for a same kind of similar contract? Probably not, honestly. I don't really feel like that's useful, if you will. So we'll keep Brook Lopez. It really was kind of a shot in the dark to kind of get a similar kind of guy with him that can actually shoot the basketball from deep. So we're going to keep him in there. Hopefully he can be pretty good on both sides of the basketball. Again, he is going to be the backup to Portis. I think maybe in real life it makes more sense to start Lopez, but here in 2K, definitely makes more sense to start Portis. I'll see you guys at the rotation at the start of year number 1. So I knew it was coming, and I really didn't do anything about it just because I wanted to leave this core intact for at least one season. Jrue Holiday has regressed from an 86 down to an 82 in a single offseason. I don't really get how that happens. That's just one of those annoying things about 2K that they seemingly never fix any single year. They kind of fix the whole broken progression thing. They need to fix the whole broken regression thing now. Who knows if that'll happen in 2K23, man. We shall see, though. But for year number 1, Jrue Holiday, Pat Connaughton, Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Bobby Portis Jr. I know they typically do tend to start Brook Lopez, as I mentioned a couple minutes ago, but I'm going to go with Bobby Portis Jr. It feels like the right move. It's what the game wants me to do, and he has an A-3 in here, so I'm going to go ahead and go with it. If it doesn't end up working out, or just something's going tragically wrong with this team, I might make a trade at the deadline, but as of now, that's how it's going to work. We have a 4-man bench, so we're in a 9-man rotation. Quick math right there. Monte Morris, Grayson Allen, Brook Lopez, and Patrick Baldwin Jr. So I'm hoping he can progress a little bit, getting 12 minutes a night. He's basically playing a quarter. It's nothing too huge, not too huge of minutes, but we do have an all-star basically in Chris Middleton as our starting small forward, so we really don't need him to be playing that many minutes. So this is a team that can hopefully be competing for a championship. We should be no lower than a 3 seed in the Eastern Conference, in my opinion. Of course, this is 2K. We never really know what happens. I will see you guys at the end of year number 1. And would you look at that? Not quite the first season I was hoping for here in Milwaukee. We will, of course, address the problems, go over the stats, and see what happened here. But a 10 seed with this squad is just not acceptable. We are technically, I guess, in the play-in, so anything could happen. But I'm not feeling very confident about this group right now. Luka Doncic, MVP. It would be a crime if he didn't win one at least 1 point throughout pretty much every single normal video that I do. He's just a cheat code in this game. Paolo Banchero, Rookie of the Year, is in Portland. Ben Simmons, Sixth Man of the Year. Giannis does win Defensive Player of the Year. He is clearly not the problem. Colin Sexton, Most Improved. Willie Green, Coach of the Year. Yeah, the Pelicans are a cheat code, in case you didn't know. They're very good. All right, I want to look at stats before standings. Giannis was good. Middleton was good. Portis was solid. Drew Holiday, a little bit of a dip. Monte Morris, Grayson Allen. So I guess, I don't want to say it's Connaughton. Like, what did he shoot from 3? 38%. Like, I'm not expecting Drew Holiday to be putting up like 19 and 20 like he did in New Orleans for those couple of years, especially when he was next to Anthony Davis. But like this is what we refer to as regression. This is down. We want to go up. It's typically how it works. It's pretty much common sense. So I think this game just hates Drew Holiday. I think he's one of those guys. It's like him, DeMar DeRozan, Klay Thompson all just start regressing significantly. Like, I get Klay's injury history. That one I a little bit understand. I do not get DeRozan's. I don't get Holiday's. Drew Holiday is still a very elite basketball player. It really makes no sense. We can look at standings, too, if you want to see our record. We finished with a record of 40 and 42. So, I guess the Orlando Magic were ahead of us, who are legitimately quite, actually, the worst team in the NBA right now. So, I guess we'll sim our play-in game here against Orlando. If we don't win this, I want to see what this team looks like. Yeah, we got some problems. Anthony Sugg, Franz Wagner, Wendell Carter Jr., they have Andre Drummond on their team for God knows what reason. But, yeah, let's see. We need some help. See you in the offseason. As I mentioned, the New Orleans Pelicans are a cheat code. They go on to technically win their second straight finals because when I had to simulate the first season to get to the offseason, they also won the finals. So, Mr. Hypebeast himself, 22-year-old Zion Williamson, has now won 2 finals MVP. He's the best thing since sliced bread and Michael Jordan combined. So, we're good there. We can call that one. Hopefully, we don't have to see them in the finals if we do ever make it. You know, after being a 10 seed. Yeah, but we're not in a good spot right now. Why would I just decrease the shot clock to 20 seconds? That just doesn't seem like a good idea. We're technically in the lottery, right? Oh, the Rockets have our pick. That's sick. Wonder if there's any protection on that. Nope, they just have our pick at 13. Dope. Mike Budenholzer, I am done with you. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just trying to move on. We're going to get Stauffer because he is an absolute G and signs with you basically no matter what. Now heading up to the draft, we do not have our 13th overall pick. I don't know exactly what the trade was between the Bucks and the Rockets. I'm trying to think. Wasn't PJ Tucker, was it? I don't know. I have no idea what it was, but nonetheless, we don't have our pick, and that's going to be unfortunate. But I'm not going to trade up for one because this team's window is right now. It's not, obviously it's only a 3-year rebuild, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need any more young guys on this team. So Middleton accepts the $40 million offer. Surprise, surprise. Sandro fucking Puke. I don't even know who you are. I'll bring you back and probably trade you. Maybe I can get lucky and get a first-round pick. We have no qualifying, and this team is not in the best spot that it possibly could be. So Brook is now officially a free agent. He's 76 overall, 35 years old. He's not coming back. What I'm going to do right now is kind of not clear house, but I don't know who. Seriously, you don't know nobody even wants you? I'll throw you into some sort of deal. I need to upgrade my starting shooting guard. Paying these two $20 million for the years that they just had is really not going to cut it for me, especially considering my deep hatred towards Grayson Allen, and I think a lot of people agree with me on that one. Obviously, Giannis is not going anywhere. That's not something we have to worry about. I'm iffy on Middleton. I'm not saying he had a bad year last year by any means, but $40 million for a 31-year-old who's not getting any better is not typically a smart investment, in my opinion. Drew Holiday's 100% gone. I think I really kind of screwed the pooch on that one. I kind of wanted to give the Bucks a year with kind of that championship team, if you know what I'm saying, and it obviously did not work out. But his value is only lower now. It's not going up at all, even though it says his overall is +1 technically. But off of that year, making $37.5 million, that's not going to be the easiest contract to trade. So we are in the market for a new point guard and a new shooting guard, new backcourt. We're going to get it done. Okay, I got Alonzo. At this point in time, he's a clear upgrade over Drew Holiday, in 2K anyways. I don't know if that was the smartest trade. I gave up the 2 first-round picks we had, 2 second-round picks in Drew Holiday, just straight up for Lonzo Ball. We definitely got better at the starting point guard spot. The thing is now that I'm probably going to have to make Monte Morris available in trade talks. 1, because he's an expiring contract, and 2, because I definitely need to get better at that shooting guard spot. And I can't keep the treasure trove of limited assets that I have on the bench and not trade them when I need to upgrade at a starting position. You know what I'm saying? So it's possible that Monte Morris is in a deal. Sorry. I need to drink some water. I'll find a trade. Sorry about the coughing attack that I just had. It's when I speak for too long and don't cleanse the palate, if you will. But Monte Morris and Pat Connaughton going to Charlotte. We're going to pick up Terry Rozier, 29 years of age. Is on a pretty long-term deal, so he will be here next year. We don't have to re-sign him or anything, but he's not been playing. Hasn't been playing horribly. I guess this is a little bit of regression what I was talking about, but we don't know the situation in Charlotte. Obviously, LaMelo is probably taking off and yada, yada, yada. But Terry Rozier is an upgrade at that shooting guard spot, and we also acquire a first-round pick, which we had none of left. So Terry Rozier, my new starting shooting guard. And we have a new backcourt of Lonzo Ball and Terry Rozier. We will keep Grayson Allen off the bench for now, because other than that, we really don't have too much of a bench. I didn't realize that I couldn't, I guess I can just do this if I sign. Okay, so now I can trade him because he wasn't on a full-scale NBA deal. Can I get a first-round pick for you, you stupid bum? Thanks, Cleveland. Cool, that's all it takes. So, I need to reload a little bit. I need a backup point guard, and I need a backup center. This team's looking a little bit different and not exactly the way I thought it was going to. But honestly, I can kind of live with that for now, just because I think this team's at a point right now where obviously we'd like, oh wow, we have a $17 million trade exception. That's actually pretty big. That I think it's time to reload a little bit, and it's hopefully going to happen. I'd like to just actually sign the highest overall. Like, give me Whiteside, and I'll trade him. This team needs to be better than a 10 seed. That's obviously not crazy expectations when you have Giannis on your team, but I'd like to go ahead and hopefully get that done. Kennedy Chandler's not a bad idea. Oh, wow, thank you. There goes that trade exception, but I will take Marcus Smart's defense. I'll see you guys at the start of year number 2. Start of season number 2 here for us in Milwaukee. We were obviously a 10 seed last year. That is not something we want to happen again. Top 3 or better is where we want to be in the Eastern Conference. We've made some changes to this team, specifically the backcourt. We now have a backcourt of Lonzo Ball and Terry Rozier. Is this the best backcourt I've ever had? No, it is not, but I think it's definitely an upgrade from the one we had last year. We have Chris Middleton still at that 85 overall. This could be his last year with us. I'm not going to say that for a fact. That, of course, it depends how we actually play and how he plays more specifically, but I don't know, $40 million on a guy who's now 32, going to be 33, is not something that I really love doing, just from, I guess, a GM perspective anyways. But, of course, talking about 2K, if this was real life, it's a very different conversation. But we still got the best player in the league in Giannis. Maybe at this point it's Luka, but Giannis is still a top 2, top 3 player at this point in time. Bobby Portis. We got Marcus Smart coming off the bench. Love that defense next to Grayson Allen, who's just a world-class scumbag. Patrick Baldwin Jr. and then Kelly Olynyk, both playing 14 minutes a night. Get a little bit of shooting in there from Kelly. Marcus Smart's shooting's actually improved, along with obviously Grayson Allen's a pretty good shooter. But we're at a good point right now. I'm excited to see what this team can do. Can't be any worse than last year. Back-to-back years, Luka Doncic wins an MVP award. He almost averaged a triple-double this year. Would have been the first player to do so since Russell Westbrook. I say that like it's a common thing. But more importantly, we are now up to a 2 seed here in the East, and we've gotten a lot better, and hopefully our championship odds have increased significantly. Congrats, Luka. Scoot Henderson, still one of the cooler names I've ever heard. Congrats, Rookie of the Year is in Portland. Ben Simmons, good old Brickleberry. Congrats in 6th Man of the Year. Probably something's going to happen every single time because they don't find a way to cue him in with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant and Ben. I don't know. Giannis wins his 2nd straight DPOY. That's awesome. Jaden Ivey, most improved. Taylor Jenkins, coach of the Oaks. Like Memphis is pretty good over there in the West. We will take a look at some standings real quick. We finished with a record of 54-28. That is not bad at all. Charlotte took the 1 seed here. In the East, they are on the rise. Giannis still doing his thing, is obviously very good. Terry Rozier, very happy to see that. Same with Lonzo Ball. Middleton is taking a little bit of a backseat, kind of as I expected. I mentioned earlier before we started simming this year that it could be his last season. And again, I'm not saying he had a bad season by any standpoint, but $40 million. Actually, is he? Oh, he's on a player. Oh, I have to resign him, I guess. Actually, I'm dumb as hell. Yeah, I'll have to oh my God. I have like a tickle in my throat or something. I've been drinking water like nobody's business and just won't go away. If I cut out randomly, it's because I'm choking on myself. We're going to retract on that statement and revisit what I just said and just ignore it for the good of everybody. We're in the play-in, or excuse me, we have to sim the play-in to see who we're facing. That just threw me in all sorts of whirlwinds. The Brooklyn Nets. Kyrie Irving, Cameron Thomas, Kessler Edwards, Kevin Durant, Claxton. They got Brickleberry off the bench, Deron Sharp. They got Dario Saric, who I thought was going to be very, very good in this league. Turned out to be none of the above, and we are down 3-0. That's not exactly where we want to be, losing in 5 to Brooklyn, who was a play-in team. This is not a good video so far. Congrats, Memphis. I thought this was going to go very differently. Ultimately, it did not end up going very differently. I guess losing in the first round. Well, I guess we lost in the play-in. But losing in our first round in back-to-back years with Giannis on your team is not something you want to happen. Holy shit. Look at how many picks the Thunder have. They have 5 projected lottery picks. That is just crazy. That's banana land. I don't care about staff signing when I already have legitimately the best head coach possible, like statistically in the game. But what I do care about is the roster and what it's looking like right now. How'd Bobby do last year? I forget exactly. Let me double check that. Wasn't bad at all. Rozier was really solid for us. Smart, not too bad. I mean, obviously he's not known for his scoring. Kelly Olynyk, we will see. Oh, God. I'm never going to trade him. Okay, I just want to see if there's any offers. Do we have any picks? We do not. Surprise, surprise. We'll head up to team player options. This is our final year, and we have, Lonzo's a free agent too. Fuck. And we have yet to make it out of the first round. That is not, I don't want to give Grayson the qualifying. That is not exactly something you want to see with a team that you kind of maybe low-key thought would be a bit of a cakewalk to get a championship. I got to pay Lonzo. I have to pay Middleton, even though I'm going to probably do a sign and trade with him. Will I pay Grayson Allen? Yeah, it's a qualifying offer. Okay. They're all coming back. I just need Grayson shooting. I really do. It sucks because I, again, don't really love Grayson Allen, but he's probably one of our better options right now. And again, I don't hate Chris Middleton at all. He's very good. We're just going to probably go ahead and have to trade him, though. So we're going to go ahead and do this deal here with the Denver Nuggets. We're going to pick up Michael Porter Jr., who's a whole lot younger than Chris Middleton. We do have to get rid of Smart in a future first-round pick from Charlotte. We're also getting Aaron Gordon. No, I'm not going to be keeping Aaron Gordon. I'm going to trade him for probably 2 different bench pieces. Smart was good for us. Unfortunately, it's one of those things that his impact in real life doesn't necessarily always translate to 2K, especially for nearly $20 million a year. But welcome to the team, MPJ. We are excited to have you here, and this team is looking a lot different than I thought it was going to at the start of this video. So Giannis is still not going to have a backup. We're going to trade Aaron Gordon potentially for a new backup point guard or a new backup center or just something that's just not Aaron Gordon because it's a 9-man rotation. I do not need Giannis having a backup here in 2K. So let's see. Derek White, no thanks. Jonathan Isaac, no. I could just get Smart back, I guess, if I really wanted to. Whoa. Okay, now. Hang on a minute. I got to do that, right? This is going to change some things. Because I did not think I was just going to go ahead and get Jordan Poole, who I low-key would prefer over Lonzo Ball. I'm not even going to lie to you right now. Lonzo just had a good year for us, but Jordan Poole is a very good basketball player. So now comes the decision, do I want to rock with Bobby Portis? Like, hypothetically speaking, if I were to trade Lonzo and Portis, what are my options? Like, just at the center. Okay, this took a turn that I'm not going to lie to you, I did not see coming. Before I do this deal, I guess Terry Rozier is going to have to get traded for a new center. Donovan Mitchell. Welcome to Milwaukee. I didn't really know you could trade for Donovan Mitchell, but I guess you learn something new every day. Okay. Well, that changes some things. That significantly changes some things. Terry Rozier 100% has got to get me a center now. Honestly, I wonder if it's possible I could just honestly maybe get Portis back. Is that an option? I could get Yusuf Nurkic, who not really known for his shooting abilities. I could just get Portis back if I really wanted to, and I probably honestly will do that. I feel like it's probably the smartest option. But yeah, this offseason took a little bit of a turn that I really did not expect it to, and we somehow got Donovan Mitchell here. So yeah, that's exciting. I have no idea who Jordan Walsh is. He's 20 years old. He's probably better than any other option I was going to have. Kelly Olynyk is now down to a C-plus three-point shot. Okay, I don't really love that. I don't really know what my options are going to be for him, but I still am just honestly kind of shocked if I'm being like 100% like completely transparent with you. Duran Sharp, oh, brother, not a three-point shooter. I mean, obviously, I know not every center is going to be a three-point shooter. Sure, we'll just get a little bit younger. I do have to give a first-round pick, but I like getting a little bit younger, getting a little bit higher overalls off the bench. So I just need a backup point guard, and Caruso is here. He is 30, though. Could go Dennis Smith Jr. potentially. You know what? I'm going to bring in Caruso. I like the defense he's going to bring to this team. And this team's set. It's looking a lot different than I imagined it would for the final year after last year. But, well, I'll take it. See you guys at the start of the third and final year. So I really wasn't anticipating that our team would look really anything like this going into the final season. I thought we were going to kind of get stuck in the frenzy of trading Chris Middleton for like Tobias Harris or something like that. Not that I would ever do that, but like I thought those would be my options. And we somehow came away with this, with Jordan Poole, Donovan Mitchell, MPJ, Giannis, and Bobby Portis as our starting 5, which is completely insane. I don't know since when you've been able to like get a trade offer for Donovan Mitchell. Maybe it's because I believe he's expiring. But yeah, he has an option. Like, I don't know. Whatever. One thing I did not do a good job of, and obviously when I make the starting 5 look like that, is I'm not going to have the best bench in the world. So, Grayson Allen kind of transitions into that 6th-man role. The bench is getting significantly less minutes than it has in years prior. Because I believe Grayson Allen was like an 8th man at one point in this video. He has now moved all the way up to 6th man without really progressing at all and putting up an astounding, what is it? When did he drop 40? Oh, okay. What are his numbers looking like? Like, I know they're not good. Those are not, I guess, ideal 6-man numbers. I mean, I know not everybody's going to have a Jordan Clarkson or somebody like that, or, you know what I'm saying? But, like, it is what it is. The bench, it's not the best it's ever been. It's actually probably the worst it's been throughout this video, but the starting 5 is miles ahead of the way it's been throughout this video. If this team doesn't make it past the first round, 2K is going to have some explaining to do. I'll see you guys at the end of the 3rd and final season. And for the 3rd straight year, Luka Doncic MVP. This game just absolutely loves this man. I have no idea. I mean, obviously I know he's really good, but like, they just love him. We're a 2 seed once again. We were a 2 seed last year. It didn't really end too well. I'm hoping things are a little bit different this year for us. Kwame Evans Jr., Rookie of the Year, is in San Antonio. Ben Simmons, yada, yada, yada. Giannis wins his 3rd straight Defensive Player of the Year. Paolo Banchero, oh my goodness, is very good. And James Borrego, Coach of the Year. Even though they fired him in real life, yeah, Charlotte's pretty good. All right. Yep, I just burped. All right, we finished with a record of 53-29. I think it's actually 1 game worse than last year, which is a little interesting with the way this team's made up, but nonetheless, 25, 26 point per game scores is awesome. I love this team. I really do. It's obviously a team that's very heavily relying on their starting 5, but we are hopefully going to have a little bit of a different result. We got Boston here in round number 1, who have somehow acquired Devin Booker. What? I'm sorry. I'm taking a sip of my water because I'm about to go on a little bit of a rant. Not only do the Celtics somehow get Devin Booker without giving up Jaylen Brown, they would never trade Jason Tatum for him, but like, they have him. They somehow afforded him. How is this a 7 seed? That's like, how is this in the play-in? You know what I'm saying? Like, they have even Malik Beasley as a 6-man. I have no words. Like, I get it. We'll probably still win the series just because we're really good too. But, like, how does that happen? And how are they a playing team? Like, that's a team I thought I'd see in the Eastern Conference Finals. Nonetheless, we move on to the Detroit Pistons, who are good, but they're just not nearly as good as the Celtics were. We're just going to run through them. We finally lose a game. We lose 2 games. I'm not doing this right now with Detroit. There's just no way. Moving on, we got the Charlotte Hornets here in the Eastern Conference Finals. LaMelo Ball, Benedict Mathurin, Kelly Oubre Jr., Miles Bridges, Tingus Pingus, Jalen Smith, Ivica Zubac, James Bouknight, who I'm very high on. I still think can be very good in this league. We're 1-1 with the Hornets right now. We go up 2-1. We are 2-2, so we got a best of 3 right now. We win game 5. I almost said game 6. Can we go to the finals? Nope, we're going to a game 7. I don't hop in unless it's NBA Finals. I'm sticking to my word. We're in the NBA Finals. We got a Bucks and Warriors matchup. That would have been a really fun matchup this year in real life. Ultimately, obviously, though, injury bug. I mean, I get it. The injury bug hits everybody, but hitting your second-best player in a series is crucial as one against the Celtics. Like, you're not playing, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Bucks weren't playing, like, the Hawks, or they weren't playing, I would even go as high to say, like, a team like the 76ers, who they could easily beat, in my opinion, without Chris Middleton. But, like, I don't know. I think it's a very different vibe without Chris Middleton against a team like the Celtics, who covers your best player very well no matter what team you are. But not getting into that. Steph Curry, Frank Ntilikina somehow found his way into a starting lineup on a championship contending team. Congratulations, Andrew Wiggins, Maple Jordan, Jonathan Kuminga, Rudy Gobert, interesting addition, who I think is going to be a Dallas Maverick by the time next year starts. We are 1-1 with them right now. We go down 2-1. We're 2-2, so another best of 3 series. Here we go up 3-2. And if we can somehow get a championship, I'd love to finish this one off with a little bit of gameplay. This is a fun team we got right here. I'm not going to take gameplay of us of us losing, but if we're battling back, all right, maybe I can clutch. A little clutch Massa going on. Is that possible? Can I hold this 2-point lead for us? Let's see. I'm not very good at this game. Okay, we are on the road. I need to make sure the starters on this team stay in. Donovan Mitchell with 19, 4, and 11 on the night. As I mentioned, I'm sure a lot of you do know this. I am absolute dog shit at this game. Mitchell, go up and slam it home. Let's fucking go, baby. Extending that to a 4-point lead. I've never been good at this game. I've never claimed to be good. I'm never even going to pretend that I am remotely good. But I played well in yesterday's video. Let's see if I can potentially do the same today and go ahead and cap off a championship. They are taking a timeout, and I will see you guys after that. Timeout is over. Giannis written it all rein in on the verge of his second championship here in Milwaukee. He has 30, 11, and 11, so a triple-double in Game 6 of the NBA Finals for the best player in the world. I guess according to 2K, it's probably Luka Doncic. That's a high-arcing shot. Giannis with his 12th board on the night. We're going to push it up court a little bit. I'm going to go pick and roll with Giannis, because I don't think that anybody can stay in front of him. He's going to go and slam it home, baby. He's an absolute cheat code. Could have maybe gotten a little bit of a foul call there, too. Let's see. Do they push him? A little bit. Stephanie Curry over here. We're going to try to lock him up. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, seriously, taking another timeout. Okay. A couple of our starters are tired. Unfortunately for us, we do not have a very good bench, especially nobody that I would put in a situation like this. Bobby Portis with 9 and 11 on the night. We're going to try to. They're just going to give it up to you. Okay. Slow it down. That's not what I meant to do. But, yeah, they want to do that. Whoops, excuse me, wrong button. I'm going to run a quick floppy. I don't really know who they're going to give it to. Looks like probably Michael Porter Jr. They're going to give it right out to him. Can he hit a 3? That would be clutch. Oh, that would have been huge if he could have hit that. I still don't know this shot meter too well. I'm not even going to lie to you. Okay, Andrew Wiggins doing his thing. Not exactly what I was expecting. Michael Porter Jr. can we just go up to the rack. He's going to get fouled. No foul. He gets it to go on an 82% contested shot, so I'll take it. We hit it quick. But yeah, what I didn't realize is Jordan Poole is, I guess, oh my God. Well, yeah, that's going to happen. Is going against his old team. I really didn't realize that. Pretty cool if he get a little bit of revenge. Not that he really needed it, because I traded for him. He didn't like want out or anything. I want, let's see, pass and screen away. We are going to do this, and we're going to go X, and we're going to go right into Jordan Poole, who that's not what I wanted to do. I was trying to attack the basket. Of course, I'm just tragically bad at this game. I'm going to try to not play off-ball D, but it's Steph Curry, so, you know, that's actually pretty good defense. Let's go, baby. Giannis, 13th board on the night. Push it up here to Donovan Mitchell. Let's see if we can maybe blow by him. Going to go up. Going to not get the foul call, but gets the hard finish to go. Up 6, 108 left to go. We're trying to close out Golden State on the road here in the Chase Center. See if we can get it done. Jordan Poole, I need to lock up your old teammate here. You should know all of his moves at this point, right? You would think. But they're wasting time. They're wasting time they really do not have to waste. They're just going to pull one with Steph, and he's going to miss it. Giannis, 14th board on the night. Let's just do the damn thing. Kick it up to Michael Porter Jr., and I'm not going to blow by you, but if you want to give me a pick here, Bob, what are you picking? Bro's out here picking Helen Keller. I don't really know, like, what? Are you picking Manti Te'o's girlfriend? I mean, what in the world is going on right now? Good God. Okay. Once again, I'm going to attempt to lock up Steph Curry. It's the same probability of me running a marathon right now, pretty much 0, but he misses that shot. And we're going to get a board, and they're going to play the foul game right now with 33 seconds left to go. Kuminga with the foul. Looks like they got one to give. I am not giving the ball to Giannis right now. I love you, buddy, but you should probably be inbounding the ball if we're being honest right now. They're going to go ahead and foul Jordan Poole. He's going to go to the free throw line. There's actually 5 fouls on Steph. It's actually something I should probably keep in mind. Probably just keep giving it to Jordan Poole if they want to play this game. But it's all but over here in Game 6. And it looks like we're going to be finally getting a championship, which I did not think was going to happen, especially after looking at that Celtics team with a 3-headed monster, actually 4-headed monster of Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Robert Williams. Not a team that I thought I was going to be beating. But we're going to get the championship nonetheless. I'm going to sim to the end because I hate sitting through the ceremony. We will take, you know what? Give me it. We're going to take one more. Just I want to hit one in your fucking face. No shot. Okay, I'll see you guys in the finals MVP. After losing in the play-in in the first year, in the first round, in the second year, we do go on to win a championship. It was a little bit of an unorthodox method. I do not think Donovan Mitchell or Jordan Poole would be on this team. We somehow got it done, though, and this team wins another championship. Giannis wins his second finals MVP. Congratulations to the best player in the world, and we are 2 for 2 now after my return of championships. Really did not think this team would be looking like this, but I apologize for the water. It's because it's probably not going to be a long outro, but I do not want to start coughing again. But we'll go over a couple things. Yes, I know that uploads on back-to-back days are probably a little bit weird for you, considering that I uploaded like maybe once or twice a week at school at the most. For the majority of my school year, I am back, though. I'm graduated. I am no longer going back to college, so hopefully this continues for as long as I do YouTube. This is not my only job, so it's obviously not something I can just do all day. as much as I would love to eventually, maybe. I never know. But yeah, I'm happy to be back. I got a lot of comments saying I'm happy you're back, man. I really do appreciate that. It's good to be back. It's good to be back talking to you guys pretty much every single day. I'm always talking to you guys on Twitter, but follow me on there. I don't want to get my Twitter followers up. But other than that, if you guys have any other video ideas at all, no matter what it is, let me know down below in the comment section. I'm going to get back into doing some YouTube community polls as well, so you guys can actually vote on what teams I do next, because I don't want to just see one idea. I want you guys to vote and kind of want it to be collaborative, because I'm not here without you guys, so I want you guys to have some say in it. But other than that, that wraps this one up. I have enjoyed my comeback so far, even though 2K is still a dog shit game. I enjoy still playing it sometimes, making some fun teams for you guys. So that wraps up this one. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like down below. It helped me out a lot, helps out the channel a lot. Of course, if you guys are new around here, feel free to subscribe. Nobody's forcing you, but I would love to have you. Other than that, that wraps this one up. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. See you guys all in the next one.